Hey, what is up? The Chicago Bears have another roster battle brewing. This is a very good thing. What's up? This is Sports Talk Bears. This is my daughter, Presley. This is our new puppy, Beckett, and they're going to be co-hosting for just a minute.
Yes.
But we're talking about if all goes according to plan, then the Chicago Bears offense under new head coach Ben Johnson, they're going to be operating on a completely different level than fans in the Windy City have seen before. What do you think, Press? Are the Bears going to be good this year? You're supposed to say yes. Here,
Yes.
take Beckett, sweetie.
Okay.
But thank you, sweetie. This Bears offense, it's flashing potential all over the place, and most notably in this preseason game against the Buffalo Bills. And the players I want to talk about, this roster battle that's heating up, it's a really good thing because both Luther Burton and Alamade Zakius, I believe I pronounced that properly, this battle is heating up for the number 3 receiver. And if you think back, I think Luther Burton just got a leg up on this competition because if you remember what head coach Ben Johnson said last when training camp was opening, he had this mantra, really simple: no block, no rock. Just simple, right? You have to block your butt off in this offense if you want to get the ball. And for one, I think Luther Burton, he got that message loud and clear. He had an absolutely massive block on Buffalo Bills corner Damar Hamlin, and that's on the Britton Brown touchdown run. It was 1-yard score. Johnson followed through on the second part of that promise as well. That's because Tyson Bagent, he targeted Burton 3 times. He absolutely was getting the rock. Burton responded with catching all 3 passes for 49 yards. And besides that block, I think that block was the best play of the entire game in my book, but he had a really sneaky slip. He slipped a few tacklers. He got some yak after the reception. It's just a reminder of what the Bears really have in Luther Burton. Now we go to the other guy. We go to Zakius. He is becoming one of Caleb Williams' go-to receivers. We are seeing it in camp. We saw it in the joint practices. Now you saw it against Buffalo. And it seems kind of like when he needs a play, when he needs positive yards, Zakius is becoming a go-to because we had this first drive yesterday, and Zakius, he got a 36-yard touchdown to cap off the 7th play of the drive. And this is also a really encouraging thing, too, because the Chicago Bears, who would have known they scored on the first drive of the game, the first possession? That's something, frankly, it was looking like would never happen. This happened right away with the starters in for the first time this year. And Johnson's offense, really what it needs is a slot receiver that's absolutely trustworthy. And Zakius, he has the experience over Burton. He's played for 4 teams in his 4-year NFL career, and I think he's found a place that he's going to fit in really well in Chicago. He's definitely earned Ben Johnson's trust. That's not an easy task to accomplish, but he's been doing it all camp. And Burton, he has a little bit of ground to make up because he had that soft tissue injury early in camp, and we're just going to have to wait and see how this shakes out. It remains to be seen whether Zakius can develop his relationship with Williams even more as this preseason continues. There's one more game, and it's kind of nice. Us as fans, we had to wait until the second week of the preseason to see this. It was definitely worth the wait. And really, I mean, basically the Bears started backed up on their own 7-yard line and marched right down the field in 7 plays. And then the rest of the game, we're looking at 31 points total to 0. Absolutely love it. So really the highlight of this game offensively, besides Caleb, I think you're looking at Luther Burton. I think you're also looking at Colston Loveland. Both of these guys flashed big time. Both of these guys made a statement for where their place is going to be on this team. And also, I think the biggest development was Caleb Williams. I was watching the NFL show this morning, Good Morning Football, and they had a really good comment this morning that you saw Caleb Williams going back, his back foot hitting the dirt and delivering the ball repeatedly playing within the structure of this offense. And as he continues to prove to Ben Johnson that he can do that, as he gets more confidence, I kind of think he's going to start knowing when to get creative, when the play breaks down, that he's able to freelance a bit. but it's just so good watching him play in structure and delivering the ball so quickly. And that's exactly what Ben Johnson does in his offense. And I was impressed with what I saw, let alone what I saw from Tyson Bagent. And I mean, Burton, he's looked the part during this whole training camp since he's been healthy. Sunday night, he caught 3 passes for 49 yards. I already talked about that. And that juke move, it was on an out route. He juked past Darian Strong for 29 yards. And this is what Burton had to say. Look, if I get too much space, there's going to be a problem. That's fun to hear, right? And that's exactly what the Bears are going to try to do, particularly early in his career. They want to give him the ball or hand it off in space so they can see what he can do. And I absolutely love our wide receivers coach, Antoine Randall L. Right now, I'm in a good mood. You're going to be hard pressed to find something that I don't like in this video. But to hear from Antoine Randall L., he gets the ball in his hands and he lights it up. That's what I loved about his film. Burton's improved in the past few weeks. The Bears still need to trust that he's going to be where they need him to be once the regular season starts, because Tyson Bagent had this to say: the most important play is the next play, especially for a young man like Burton early in his career. It's just about banking as many reps as possible. It would be a little bit more strange if there were not mistakes happening. Now, it's going to be obvious. You're going to see a little bit of a struggle. He's not going to be completely sharp. He missed a lot of reps in training camp. But during training camp, though, he was arriving early to meetings. He was fully plugged in. He was a guy that was staying late after. Just a really good attitude. I think this kid is going to fit in so well. And this is a little more for Randall L. The quarterback wants to know that you're going to be where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there. And he entered this league during this preseason game really with a boom. He also delivered a big boom right on that block. Just so much fun to see this. This offense is clicking right off the bat with Caleb Williams. The second drive kind of stalled out, but so encouraging, you guys. And to hear from Caleb Williams to a month ago, I think I've grown a lot. This is after the win. He was talking to Courtney Cronin. Courtney Cronin's really the goal. So when you really look at it here, this progress by Caleb Williams, he continued with, now my mindset is to keep growing. It's been my mindset since I've been a little child. That's an interesting comment. To keep growing. Where I see myself, I think the idea is to be able to handle every single thing that I can and everything that Ben says I should be able to handle. And after the win, he continued to talk about the importance of this, that such a solid outing really makes a difference. I think it sets a tone for us as a team. I think it sets a tone for how we expect ourselves to play, go out there, perform. So yeah, it was extremely important. And yeah, I am extremely excited about what I saw last night as the Bears dominated the Buffalo Bills. You guys should be excited too. It's fully okay to be happy as fans. Let's enjoy this. The season's around the corner. I'm going to continue to be here on a daily basis with Chicago Bears news, and you guys are awesome. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Would love to have you be a part of this community that keeps growing. So bear down, and we'll talk soon.